First thing I do in the morning is I sit on the edge of the bed and stretch, allow the baby to settle. Most nights are kind of rough right now, tossing and turning, being uncomfortable, but I don't have that much longer to go. I'm excited to meet this baby girl. Next, I go out to the living room and either do yoga or Pilates, or sometimes I'll even do a high intensity prenatal workout, but I make sure that I always get enough stretching in. I do feel very tense first thing in the morning, so this is always a nice thing to do. Recently, I have, in the last 2 months, decided to start waking up early and working out, and I've found that I have a lot more energy throughout the day and I'm a lot happier. I'm the type of person that when I'm pregnant, the serotonin levels and hormone imbalances happen mostly while I'm pregnant instead of postpartum. So I try to take really good care of myself while I'm pregnant. And something else that has helped is dry brushing before I shower in the morning. That drains your lymphatic system. And I get a quick rinse off and wash my face right after working out. And then I will apply witch hazel and rose water to my skin, and then a tallow lotion. And once that's on, I'll use my gua sha, which is another way to drain your lymph nodes and also improve your skin texture and smooth out wrinkles that are forming. I recently just got a beauty pillow, and that is supposed to prevent disformities from happening while you're sleeping. And I did notice that I was getting wrinkles right under my eyes from my pillow. So I hope that this beauty pillow improves that. And then after I use my gua sha all over my face, I'll bring it back down to my neck to drain anything that I picked up throughout my skin. And then I'll use a jade roller to depuff my eyes. This ritual is amazing. I've seen such huge improvements. And if you see off in the distance on the window pane, I also have the suction cups, and those smooth out any fine lines and wrinkles. I have also been very religious about applying lotion to my belly so I don't get stretch marks. Thankfully, I never have gotten any stretch marks on my belly, but I've always applied lotion. So this is something that I do on a regular basis. My favorite part of the morning, I would say, is making my bed. It's a passion of mine and something that I deem very important, because if the bed's not made, then the rest of the day kind of feels like there are things left undone. And just making my bed in the morning allows me to feel a sense of accomplishment. And it also allows me to walk into a clean, nice space, even if the rest of the house is a mess, and come to a refreshing space. I've gone back and forth with different ways to make my bed. This one I feel like has been my favorite. I use a flat sheet and then a duvet cover over that. And instead of filling the duvet cover, I just leave it empty. And my husband sleeps with that, and I sleep with the throw blanket. We finally have decided to sleep with separate blankets because of all my tossing and turning, and that's worked out pretty well for us, as well as leaving the window open at night. After I make my bed, I like to sit down and journal. I'll usually journal about what I need to do that day, or a dream that I had, or even some thoughts that I had as soon as I woke up, and things that I'd like to meditate on. And after I journal about those things, I get into a deep space of meditation, and this has been a huge practice of mine for over 2 years now, and I've seen such huge improvements in my emotional, spiritual, and mental health. It has allowed me to become a calmer, more loving person. After I meditate, I go wake up the kids around 7:45 to get them ready for preschool. My favorite thing is pulling them out of bed and giving them a hug for a little while. They seem to like it too. And I'll quickly fix their bed too, because I know that they can't really do that, especially with a bunk bed.
Riley,
But eventually we're going to learn how to do that.
it's morning time.
My son takes a little bit longer to wake up. After beds are made, the kids will wander off to the kitchen, and I'll go open up the curtains in the living room and straighten up a little bit. It's very unlikely that my house is always neat and perfect, but I try to make sure that it's as tidy as possible, because that makes everyone feel better and feel like they can come to a space that is welcoming and relaxing. Every morning we typically have the same thing for breakfast. I usually don't stray because it works for us, and I don't have a lot of mental fortitude to figure something different. So we will have oatmeal and 1 or 2 eggs to share, and then I will eat my greens, and sometimes I'll have tea, whether that's just an herbal tea, or sometimes I will have an Earl Grey or breakfast tea, and those are the days that I know I need a little bit extra energy to withstand the day. While I'm making breakfast, the kids are sitting at the kitchen table, adjusting to being woken up. This usually benefits all of us. I remember as a kid waking up and just staring at the cereal box, not wanting to talk to anyone. So I'm thankful that my kids are on the same track. Next, I'll get our vitamins all together. For my water, I like to add chlorophyll and minerals and sometimes some chamomile. The kids have been taking those probiotics for the last few months now, and I've seen huge improvements in their health. My daughter no longer complains about tummy aches, and my son's cradle cap has gone away finally after 2.5 years. So I definitely will continue to be giving them probiotics. I myself take probiotics and a prenatal. I also take fenugreek and St. John's wort, vitamin D, and niacin. And those are all things that I found personally that I have needed. I'm not a huge morning person, but this routine definitely helps the morning go more smoothly and allows us to get all of our important things that we need for our bodies right in the beginning of the day. After we eat, the kids will run off to their rooms and either play or get dressed, and I will pack their lunches or snacks. It feels like a lunch, but they get snacks for preschool, and then I'll drive them to school and drop them off. When I come back home, I will take care of cleaning up dishes and sweeping. And then after I'm done with all the cleanup, I'll get to work. My work consists of art right now. I do watercolor portraits, and that has served me very well in the last few years, especially being a stay-at-home mom. And I also do commission work and artwork for the gallery that I'm a part of locally, so that's a lot of fun. Right before I pick up the kids, I will just relax and sit in silence. It's always really nice to have a little bit of a break from any noise. And then after the kids come back from school, we'll try to get a lot of sunshine in and spend time outside. Recently, the kids have loved flying their kites, so that's always been nice. And I just like to watch and soak in the sun. So that's my morning routine. I hope that it has blessed you.